Ravi and Meena were an elderly couple who had lived in a small village near a river all their lives. The river was the heart of the village. It provided water for drinking, for animals, and for crops. Children played along its banks, and villagers washed clothes in its gentle flow. But now, the river was gone. Its water had dried up after a long summer with no rain. The dry riverbed was cracked, and dust rose with every step the villagers took. Ravi and Meena had already faced many hardships. A flood had destroyed their small hut last year. Since then, they had no home and wandered from place to place. Some days they slept under trees, and other days they found shelter in the village temple. They were tired, hungry, and often cold, but they always supported each other. Meena cooked small meals from what little they found, and Ravi collected firewood and searched for water in old wells. Every morning, Ravi would look toward the dry riverbed and think about the life they had lost. "Meena, do you remember the river when it was full?" he asked one morning. His voice was quiet and sad. "Yes," Meena replied, her eyes following the dry path of the river. "We used to sit by the bank and watch the fish. We had so many happy days." She smiled faintly, remembering the past. One hot morning, the sun was high, and the ground was hard. Ravi and Meena walked along the riverbed, looking for food or anything useful. Birds flew in small groups, searching for water, and the village children played near the remaining small puddles. The couple moved slowly because their legs were weak from age and hunger. As they walked, Ravi noticed something unusual. A small glint of sunlight reflected from the sand near a group of trees. Curious, he bent down and removed the dry leaves and sand. He saw a stone path, old and partially hidden. "Meena, come here. Look," he said, pointing at the stones. Meena walked over carefully. Her hands trembled slightly, but her eyes were full of curiosity. The path was narrow, with plants growing on the sides. It looked as if it had not been used for many years. "Where does it lead, Ravi?" Meena asked, touching the stones gently. "I do not know, but maybe it will take us somewhere safe," Ravi said. He had a feeling in his heart, a feeling that this path might change their lives. They followed the path slowly. It twisted and turned, surrounded by tall trees that gave shade from the hot sun. Birds chirped from the branches above, and a soft breeze cooled their tired faces. After walking for some time, they reached a clearing. In the middle of the clearing stood a large mansion. The mansion was old and covered in green vines. Its walls were cracked, and the paint had faded with time. Windows were dusty, and some were broken, but it looked solid and strong. "It is huge," Meena said, staring at the tall doors. "Do you think anyone lives here?" Ravi shook his head. "It looks empty, but it also looks safe. Maybe we can rest there." The couple approached the mansion carefully. The main door was slightly open. Ravi pushed it gently, and it creaked loudly. The sound echoed through the empty halls. Inside, the mansion was quiet. Dust covered the floor, and old furniture stood in the rooms, covered with white cloths. Sunlight came through the broken windows, making patterns on the floor. Ravi and Meena entered slowly. Meena looked around in awe. "It is so big. Maybe we can live here for a while," she said. Her voice sounded happy and hopeful. For the first time in many months, she felt safe. They walked through the large hall. Chandeliers hung from the ceiling, dusty but beautiful. The walls had old paintings of people and places they did not know. It felt like stepping into a different world, far from the dry riverbed and the empty village. In one corner of the hall, Ravi noticed a small wooden door, almost hidden behind a large cabinet. "Meena, come here. Look at this," he said. He opened the door slowly and saw a narrow staircase leading downward. It was dark, but the steps looked clean and solid. "Do you think it is a basement?" Meena asked. "I do not know. But maybe it is a passage or a secret room," Ravi said. His eyes were wide with excitement. They had never seen anything like this. The mansion felt like a treasure waiting for them to discover it. Meena smiled. "We should explore it. It might be something very special." Ravi nodded. He picked up an old candle from the hall and lit it. The small flame flickered, casting shadows on the walls. Together, they stepped down the narrow staircase. The air was cool, and a faint smell of old wood filled their noses. The passage was long, winding, and mysterious. After a few steps, they reached a small room at the end. To their surprise, the room was filled with shelves of old books, jars of spices, and tools that looked useful for daily life. In the corner, there was a small table with bread and dried fruits that seemed untouched for years. Ravi and Meena looked at each other in amazement. "It is like someone left this for us," Meena whispered. They spent some time exploring every corner of the hidden room. They found clothes, blankets, and utensils. For the first time in months, they felt hope. They could rest, eat, and sleep safely. The mansion was abandoned, but it had everything they needed to survive. As evening came, Ravi and Meena sat by a window, watching the sun set behind the trees. The sky was painted with orange and pink colors. For the first time in a long time, they felt peace. The mansion and the hidden passage had given them a chance to start again. Ravi held Meena's hand and said, "Maybe the river drying up was not the end. Maybe it led us here." Meena smiled, squeezing his hand. "Yes, Ravi. We will take care of this place and make it our home. We will be safe here, together." That night, they slept on the old blankets they had found, listening to the wind outside. The mansion was quiet, but it felt alive because of them. The dry river, the empty village, and the long months of wandering seemed far away. For the first time in a long while, Ravi and Meena felt happiness. Little did they know, the mansion had many secrets, and the hidden passage was only the beginning of a journey that would change their lives forever. The morning after discovering the hidden passage, Ravi and Meena woke to the soft light of the sun spilling into the mansion. Birds chirped outside, and a gentle breeze moved the dusty curtains. They had slept on the old blankets they found in the hidden room, and for the first time in many months, they had a full night's rest. Their bodies felt lighter, and their minds felt calmer. Ravi stretched and looked around the hall. "Meena, yesterday was only the beginning. There is more to this place. I can feel it," he said. Meena nodded, holding a small cup of water. "Yes, Ravi. I think this mansion is special. It is not just a house. There is something hidden here. We need to explore carefully." They decided to start with the main floor. The hall was enormous, with high ceilings and wide windows. Dust covered the furniture, but the structure was strong. Ravi opened some drawers and found old candles, matches, and even a few tools that could help them fix things. Meena discovered cupboards with dried fruits, grains, and jars of preserved food. "We will not go hungry here," she said happily. As they moved to the next room, they noticed a staircase leading to the upper floor. "Do you want to see what is upstairs?" Meena asked. Ravi nodded. "Yes, let us see everything. This place may have more surprises." The stairs creaked under their weight, but they were safe. At the top, they found long corridors lined with doors. Some doors were locked, and some were open. They entered a large room that seemed to be a library. Shelves were filled with books of all sizes. Some were about plants, some about animals, and some about places they had never seen. Ravi picked up a thick book and opened it. The pages were yellowed, but the words were still clear. "These are old stories and lessons," he said. "Someone must have lived here who liked knowledge." Meena found a small desk with papers and drawings. Some of the drawings looked like maps, and some looked like plans for the mansion. "Ravi, maybe this mansion has a secret we do not know yet," she said. Her eyes were wide with excitement. They continued exploring and found a bedroom. The bed was large and covered with a thick mattress, now dusty, but still usable. "We can clean this and sleep here sometimes," Meena suggested. They spent time sweeping and dusting the room. It felt good to clean, to make a space feel alive again. After the bedroom, they returned to the hidden passage. Ravi felt a strong curiosity about it. "Yesterday, we only went to the small room. Today, I want to see if the passage goes further," he said. Meena agreed. We must be careful, but yes, I want to see. This mansion may have more hidden rooms or treasures. They lit a candle and stepped into the narrow passage again. It smelled faintly of wood and earth. The passage was longer than they thought. It twisted and turned, and soon, they noticed faint markings on the walls. They looked like small symbols or signs. Do you see this, Mina? Ravi asked, pointing. Yes, Mina replied. I do not understand the meaning, but it looks old. Someone wrote it long ago. They continued, following the passage deeper into the mansion. At one point, the steps ended, and the passage opened into a wide underground hall. The walls were stone, and the ceiling was high. In the center, there was a fountain, now dry, and around it were old benches and plants that had grown over time. It looked like a secret garden hidden beneath the mansion. Ravi and Mina were amazed. A hidden garden, Mina whispered. No one knew this was here. How beautiful it is. Ravi smiled. It is a gift for us. Maybe someone wanted a secret place, and now it is ours. They explored the garden carefully. Some plants were still alive, growing in cracks and soil. Birds had built nests in the corners, and sunlight came through small openings above. It was quiet and peaceful, unlike the dry, hot riverbed outside. For a moment, Ravi and Mina forgot about their struggles. They walked slowly, feeling the soft earth beneath their feet. As they explored further, they found a small wooden door hidden behind a thick vine. The door was locked, but the keyhole looked old and delicate. Ravi searched around and found a small iron key on a hook near the fountain. He tried it in the lock, and to their surprise, it fit perfectly. The door opened with a gentle click, revealing a small room filled with objects covered in cloth. As they lifted the coverings, they discovered boxes, paintings, and even small chests with coins and jewelry. They realized the mansion had once belonged to a wealthy family who had kept many things hidden. Mina's eyes sparkled. Ravi, this is more than we imagined. We can use some of these things. They can help us live comfortably and safely. Ravi nodded. Yes, but we must be careful. Some of these things may be very old and delicate. We will use only what we need. They spent the rest of the day cleaning and organizing the hidden room. They found old clothes that still looked new, blankets, and tools. Mina was especially happy to find cooking utensils and dishes that were clean. We can cook properly now, she said with a smile. While organizing, they found a small book tucked in a corner. It was a diary. Ravi opened it carefully. The diary belonged to a man named Arun, who had lived in the mansion many years ago. Arun wrote about his family, the mansion, and the secret passages. He also wrote about helping people who needed a home. Mina read aloud a passage. He wrote, "This mansion has many rooms and hidden spaces. One day, it may be a safe place for those who need it. Keep it with care and respect." Ravi looked at her with amazement. He must have wanted the mansion to help people like us. The couple felt a deep sense of gratitude. The mansion was not only a safe home, but it was also a place with history, love, and care. They realized they were part of something bigger. This place had waited for someone who needed it, and now it had found them. As evening came, Ravi and Mina returned to the main hall. They lit a small fire in the fireplace and cooked a simple meal with the grains and fruits they had found. The warm food filled their stomachs and hearts. They sat together, holding hands, feeling the warmth of the mansion around them. Ravi spoke softly. "Mina, tomorrow we will explore the rest of the mansion and the passages. There may be more secrets waiting for us." Mina nodded. "Yes, Ravi. We will take our time. This place is ours now, and we will take care of it. It is more than a home. It is a new beginning." That night, they slept in the bedroom upstairs. The hidden passage, the secret garden, and the treasures of the mansion had filled their hearts with hope. For the first time in a long while, they felt that life had given them a second chance. And deep inside the mansion, the walls seemed to whisper gently, as if welcoming the couple. The hidden passages, the old rooms, and the secrets of the mansion were ready to reveal themselves slowly, as Ravi and Meena became part of the history that had been waiting for them. The next morning, Ravi and Meena woke early. Sunlight streamed through the large windows of the mansion, making the dust particles float like tiny stars. Their sleep had been peaceful, and for the first time in many months, they felt rested and ready for the day. The hidden passage and secret rooms had filled their minds with wonder, and they could not wait to discover more. Ravi stretched and looked at Meena, who was preparing a small breakfast from the food they had found. Meena, yesterday we found so many treasures. Today, we should explore the other wings of the mansion. There may be more rooms, more secrets waiting for us, he said. Meena smiled, her eyes sparkling. Yes, Ravi. This place is large. We cannot discover it all in one day. Let us start with the east wing. I have not seen it yet. They left the main hall and walked carefully along the wide corridors. The mansion was quiet except for the soft sound of their footsteps. Some of the doors were locked, but others opened into rooms filled with old furniture, paintings, and decorations. It was clear that the mansion had once belonged to a wealthy family who loved beauty and learning. In one room, they found a small desk with papers and letters. Ravi opened one letter carefully. It was yellowed and fragile, but the words were clear. The letter spoke about a family who had lived in the mansion many years ago. It described festivals, celebrations, and even challenges they had faced. The couple read the letters together, imagining the lives of the people who had lived there. This family must have loved this mansion, Meena said softly. They cared for it and kept it beautiful. And now, it has become our home. Ravi nodded. Yes, Meena. We must honor it. We must take care of it, as they did. After exploring the east wing, they returned to the hidden passage. Ravi felt a pull, as if the mansion wanted him to continue exploring. Meena, there is more down there. The passage may lead to another secret room, he said. Meena agreed, holding the candle. Let us see. We may find something important. They descended the narrow stairs again. The air was cool and fresh, unlike the dusty halls above. The passage twisted and turned, leading them deeper into the mansion. Soon, they reached a small door they had not noticed before. The door was made of thick wood with strange carvings. Ravi carefully opened it. Inside, they found a long, narrow corridor lined with small rooms. Each room was filled with objects that told stories of the past. There were old clothes, musical instruments, and even paintings of the family. Ravi picked up a small violin. This must have been played by someone in the family, he said, gently touching the strings. The violin sounded soft and clear. Meena explored the next room and found shelves filled with jars of herbs and spices. Ravi, this looks like an old kitchen or storage for cooking, she said. They must have loved to cook and eat together. As they moved through the corridor, they found a room with a large, old chest. Ravi lifted the lid carefully. Inside, they found letters, notebooks, and drawings that seemed very old. One notebook caught their attention. It was a diary written by a young woman named Anika, who had lived in the mansion many years ago. Meena opened the diary and began reading aloud. She wrote about her life in the mansion. She described the gardens, the celebrations, and the family. She also wrote about the hidden passages and how they were used for safety during storms and emergencies. Ravi listened intently. This mansion was not just a house. It was designed to protect the family and keep them safe. The passages and hidden rooms were part of that plan. As they read further, they discovered that Anika had written about helping travelers and people in need. She had kept food and supplies hidden for anyone who might require shelter. Ravi and Meena exchanged a glance, realizing that the mansion had been waiting for them, just as the diary had promised. After exploring the hidden corridor, they returned to the main hall. Meena carried the diary carefully, while Ravi held the violin. This mansion has a story, Meena said softly. It is not just a building. It is full of memories, care, and kindness. We must honor it. Ravi nodded. Yes, Meena. And we are part of that story now. We must take care of it and live here with respect and gratitude. That afternoon, they decided to explore the mansion's garden. The garden outside the mansion was overgrown, but they could see the outline of paths, flower beds, and small fountains. Meena began clearing some weeds while Ravi examined the small stone walls and benches. They worked together, restoring the garden bit by bit. As they worked, they noticed small carvings on the stones. Some were initials, and some were small drawings of animals and flowers. These must have been made by the family, Meena said. It is like they left messages for anyone who comes here. Ravi smiled. Yes, they wanted people to feel welcome. They wanted the mansion to be a safe and happy place. While clearing a patch near a fountain, Meena found a small key hidden in the soil. It was old, but it looked like it could open something important. Ravi examined the fountain and noticed a small hidden door at its base. Using the key, they opened it and discovered a tiny room beneath the fountain. Inside, there were more supplies, grains, vegetables, and preserved fruits. This is amazing, Meena said. They really thought about everything. Even a hidden pantry for emergencies. Ravi nodded. We will use these wisely. This mansion is full of treasures, not just gold or jewels, but things that help us live and survive. As the sun began to set, they sat in the garden, tired but happy. The mansion had given them safety, food, and hope. They had discovered the hidden past of the family who lived there, and they felt connected to those who had cared for the mansion long ago. Ravi looked at Meena. Tomorrow, we will explore the West Wing. I feel there is more waiting for us. This mansion has many secrets, and each day we learn something new. Meena smiled, holding his hand. Yes, Ravi. And we will take our time. This place is ours now. We are part of its story, just like the family before us. That night, they slept peacefully in the large bedroom upstairs. The diary of Anika rested on the bedside table, and the hidden passages remained quiet. Outside, the wind whispered through the trees, and the mansion seemed alive, as if welcoming its new caretakers. Ravi and Meena had survived the river drying up, the loss of their home, and the struggles of life. Now, in the mansion they had safety, food, and a sense of purpose. The hidden passages, secret rooms, and the family's past had given them a new beginning. Little did they know, the mansion still held mysteries they had not yet discovered. Rooms that had never been opened, passages that had never been walked, and secrets that could change their lives forever. But for now, Ravi and Meena were happy. They had found shelter, hope, and a connection to a past filled with care and love. The mansion, with all its secrets and history, was slowly becoming a home. And for Ravi and Meena, that was the greatest treasure of all. The morning sun rose slowly over the mansion, filling the rooms with warm light. Ravi and Meena woke early, their minds buzzing with curiosity. The hidden passages, secret rooms, and the diary of Anika had shown them how much history the mansion held. But Ravi felt that there were still more secrets waiting to be discovered. Meena, yesterday we explored the garden and the hidden pantry. Today, I want to explore the west wing of the mansion, Ravi said as he tied his worn shoes. Meena nodded. Yes, Ravi. I think the west wing has been untouched for many years. We may find something special there. They walked through the main hall toward the west wing. The corridors were quiet, and the sunlight streaming through the tall windows made patterns on the floor. Dust covered the walls, and cobwebs hung in the corners. Some doors were locked, and some were slightly open, but all of them seemed to invite exploration. The first room they entered was a large study. Shelves lined the walls, filled with old books, maps, and scrolls. Ravi carefully opened a large map that showed the mansion and its surroundings. It included the garden, the hidden passage, and even small tunnels that led outside the mansion. This family was very careful, Ravi said. They planned everything, even ways to leave the mansion if needed. Meena found a small cabinet in the corner. Inside were small boxes with intricate designs. She opened one carefully and found old coins and trinkets. Ravi, these are not just treasures. They may have stories too. Each one could tell us something about the past. Ravi smiled. Yes, Meena. Everything here has a story. We must pay attention. After exploring the study, they moved to a large room with a tall ceiling. The floor was covered with a thick layer of dust, but in the center, there was a strange pattern on the ground. It looked like tiles forming a puzzle or a design. Ravi bent down to examine it. These tiles are unusual. They may hide something, he said. Meena knelt beside him. Do you think it is a secret? Maybe a trapdoor or a hidden space? Ravi carefully pressed one of the tiles, and to their surprise, it moved slightly. A small mechanism clicked, and a hidden compartment opened in the floor. Inside, there was a small wooden box. Ravi lifted it carefully. Inside the box were more letters and a small key. Meena opened one of the letters. It was from the same family that had lived in the mansion. The letter spoke about the mansion's design, the hidden rooms, and the importance of keeping the mansion safe. It mentioned a secret treasure that had been hidden for generations, waiting for someone who respected the house. This is incredible, Meena whispered. The mansion is full of puzzles and secrets. Everything has a purpose. Ravi nodded. Yes, Meena. It is like the mansion wants us to find these things slowly. We must be patient and careful. They spent the next few hours exploring the West Wing. They found small rooms filled with art supplies, musical instruments, and even a small library of children's books. Each discovery made them feel closer to the family who had lived here. It was as if the mansion was connecting the past with the present, welcoming them as part of its history. While exploring, Meena noticed a faint outline of a door behind a large tapestry. She pointed to it. Ravi, look. There is something hidden behind this cloth. Ravi carefully moved the tapestry aside. Behind it was a wooden door, almost invisible. He tried the key they had found in the puzzle, and it fit perfectly. The door creaked open, revealing a narrow spiral staircase leading downward. This must lead to another secret room, Ravi said. We need to see what is down there. They descended the stairs carefully. The air grew cooler and damp, and the walls were made of stone. At the bottom, they found a small chamber. The chamber was filled with shelves of jars, bottles, and scrolls. Some contained herbs, some powders, and some strange liquids. In the center of the room, there was a table with an open book. Meena approached the table and read the book aloud. It was a guide, written by the family, about the mansion's hidden passages and puzzles. It explained how each puzzle was designed to protect the mansion and its treasures. Some puzzles required careful observation, while others required patience and respect for the house. Ravi and Meena realized that the mansion was more than just a building. It was a carefully designed place, filled with knowledge and care. The family had created a safe and hidden environment, not just for themselves but for anyone who might need it in the future. As they explored the chamber, Ravi noticed a small door partially hidden behind a shelf. He pushed the shelf aside and opened the door. Inside was a small room filled with beautiful old paintings and sculptures. Some paintings showed the family, and some showed the mansion in its earlier days. Meena examined a sculpture of a bird. These are amazing, she said. The family loved art. They wanted beauty in every corner of this mansion. Ravi nodded. And they wanted to protect it. Each secret room, each hidden passage, each puzzle was made with care. We are learning their ways. They spent the afternoon organizing the chamber and the art room. They cleaned the dust, arranged the books and jars, and admired the beauty of the paintings and sculptures. It felt good to care for the mansion, to make it alive again. While resting in the chamber, Meena spoke softly. Ravi, this mansion is teaching us patience and respect. Each room, each puzzle, each secret has meaning. We must be careful and thoughtful as we continue to explore. Ravi held her hand. Yes, Meena. And we will. This mansion has chosen us, and we will honor it with our care and love. As evening approached, they returned to the main hall. The hidden passages, the secret rooms, and the puzzles of the mansion had given them a sense of purpose. They were no longer just survivors of the dried river and lost home. They were caretakers of a place filled with history, knowledge, and beauty. They lit a small fire in the fireplace and prepared a simple meal. As they ate, they discussed their plans for the next day. "Tomorrow, we should explore the attic," Ravi said. "It may have more secrets, and perhaps more clues about the family who lived here." Meena smiled. "Yes, Ravi. We are discovering the mansion step by step. Each day is a new adventure, and each room has a story to tell." That night, they slept in the bedroom upstairs, feeling safe and hopeful. The mansion was alive with history and secrets, waiting patiently for Ravi and Meena to uncover them. The hidden puzzles, secret passages, and the family's care had become a part of their lives. And deep inside the mansion, the walls seemed to whisper softly, as if guiding the couple toward new discoveries. The puzzles were not just challenges, they were lessons, teaching patience, respect, and care. Ravi and Meena had begun a journey that would change their lives forever. The mansion was no longer just a shelter. It was a home filled with wonder, mystery, and love. And for Ravi and Meena, every secret they discovered brought them closer together and gave them a deeper understanding of the past and their own future. Morning light filled the mansion, touching every corner with warmth. Ravi and Meena woke with calm hearts. They had explored many rooms, passages, and puzzles. They had learned the story of the family who built this place with care and wisdom. Yet Ravi felt there was still one final secret waiting for them. "Meena," Ravi said softly, "this mansion has guided us every step. I believe there is one last place we must find. Something that brings everything together." Meena smiled. "Yes, Ravi. I feel it too. The mansion has been kind to us. Let us follow where it leads." They returned to the study in the west wing, where the large map rested. Ravi spread it across the table. He studied the lines carefully. There was a small mark near the center of the mansion, a circle drawn around a space they had not explored. "This place," Ravi said, pointing, "is under the main hall. We have not found a passage that leads there." Meena traced the lines with her finger. "Maybe it is hidden behind one of the puzzles we already saw." They went to the large hall where the chandelier hung. The floor was clean now, thanks to their care. Ravi examined the stone tiles once more. Near the center, he noticed a small carving shaped like a leaf. It matched a symbol they had seen in Anika's diary. "This is it," Ravi said. He pressed the carving gently. A soft sound echoed through the hall. Slowly, a circular section of the floor moved aside, revealing a staircase leading downward. Meena gasped. The heart of the mansion. They lit candles and descended together. The stairs led to a wide chamber unlike any they had seen before. The walls were smooth stone, glowing softly in the candlelight. In the center stood a round table made of polished wood. On it rested a single book and a small wooden box. Ravi and Meena approached slowly, feeling the importance of the place. Meena opened the book. It was written by Arun, the man who had once owned the mansion. Meena read aloud. "This mansion was built not for wealth, but for shelter. It is meant to protect those who lose their way. Every passage, every room, every puzzle exists to guide the kind-hearted. If you stand here, you are chosen not by chance, but by need and respect." Tears filled Meena's eyes. "Ravi, this place was waiting for people like us." Ravi opened the wooden box. Inside was a simple silver key and a folded note. The note said, "This key opens the gates of the outer lands. Use the mansion not only as your home, but as a place of refuge. Let it be a light for others." Ravi held the key gently. "Meena, this mansion is not only for us. It is meant to help others who suffer as we did." Meena nodded. "We can share it. We can offer food, rest, and hope." From that day, their purpose became clear. They began restoring the mansion fully. They cleaned every room, opened every window, and repaired broken doors. The garden bloomed again under Meena's gentle care. Ravi fixed paths, benches, and walls. They planted vegetables and fruits, using the hidden pantries wisely. Soon, travelers began to notice the mansion. People who had lost homes after storms, families searching for shelter, and tired wanderers found a warm place waiting for them. Ravi greeted them kindly. "You are safe here. Rest and regain your strength." Meena shared meals and warm smiles. The mansion that once stood silent became filled with quiet life. Laughter returned to its halls. Soft footsteps replaced dust and stillness. The hidden passages became paths of help. One room stored food. Another held blankets. The garden became a place of peace. The art rooms inspired hope. Every space served a purpose. Ravi and Meena never forgot their past by the dry river. They remembered hunger and cold. That memory guided their kindness. One evening, as the sun set beyond the trees, Ravi and Meena sat on a stone bench in the garden. "Do you remember the river?" Meena asked. "Yes," Ravi replied. "It dried up and changed our lives." Meena smiled. "It led us here. It gave us a new beginning." Ravi looked at the mansion glowing softly behind them. "This place gave us more than shelter. It gave us meaning." The mansion stood strong, not as a symbol of wealth, but as a home of care. Its passages no longer hid secrets, but held stories of kindness. Ravi and Meena had once wandered without hope. Now they stood as guardians of a place built for hearts in need. The dried river no longer felt like an end. It had become the beginning of a life filled with purpose, warmth, and quiet joy. And within the walls of the mansion, the past and present lived together in harmony, proving that even after loss, a new home can rise, stronger and kinder than before.